Alright, so in the last class we have started with our new chapter, that is solid, liquid and gases, chapter 5. Okay, and what we have studied? We have studied about the three states of matter. They are the solids, liquids and gases. Now before we go to the next topic, you have to know one important term, that is atmosphere. What is atmosphere? Atmosphere is the layer of air that surrounds the earth. Okay, our earth is surrounded with a layer of air or a blanket of air, that is known as atmosphere. And atmosphere, it has mixture of several gases like oxygen, carbon dioxide, nitrogen. Okay, so there are different types of air present in the atmosphere. And now you know that plants and animals, we use oxygen from the atmosphere for breathing. Okay, and it is really very important for us. Without it we will not be able to survive. Okay, plants, what they use carbon dioxide to produce their own food. Okay, and then they release oxygen, whereas human beings, we breathe in oxygen and we release carbon dioxide. That's how we even exchange air into the atmosphere. Okay, this is a different topic, but it should be known to you. Okay, now let's go to the next topic, that is states of matter are interchangeable. That means one state of matter can change to another state, that is solid, liquid and gases, they are interchangeable. That means solid can change to liquid state, liquid can change to gaseous state. Okay, so they are interchangeable, they can be converted from one form to another. First one, let's take as when ice cubes you take out and put it in a pan, what happened? Due to the heat, okay, it will turn to water, it can change to water. That means slowly this ice cube melts in the form of liquid. Okay, they melt and they form liquid, that is water, the liquid state. And even this process is known as melting. Okay, so when solid changes to liquid, this process is known as melting process. Next is like if even after that this liquid which you have obtained, if you keep on the pan and you heat it for some time, what happens? The water begins to boil, and what comes out? Vapor or the steam, that is the gaseous form, it starts coming out. Okay, now in this case what you have seen, the liquid will change to gaseous state. This process is known as evaporation. When liquid changes to gaseous form, when liquid changes to gaseous form, that is known as evaporation. Okay, next, here we see, if we put a cool steel plate over a pan of boiling water, water vapor, that is gas, changes to water drop liquid on the underside of the plate. Here now what we understand from this is, when liquid is being boiled, and if you as the steam escapes, and after that if you cover it with a cold lid, okay, a steel pan cover or a lid, what do you see? Those steam, when it touches the cool plate, those steam will change to water droplets. Now in this case we see that vapor or the gas, it changes to which form? Again back into liquid form. So this process is known as condensation. Okay, condensation is a process when the gas changes back to the liquid form. Okay, then next, again from the liquid form, if you cool it down, okay, cool the water down and you put it in a freezer, okay, what will happen? It will change to ice cubes back. Okay, that means here you see the liquid is changing to again to a solid state. Okay, that means liquid is changing to a ice cube, the water is changing to ice cube. So that means liquid is changing back to a solid state, and this process is known as freezing. Okay, so you have learned about interchangeable states of matter, that and the process, there are four processes occur: melting, freezing, evaporation and condensation. Okay, so one state will of the matter changes to another state. When a liquid, water is a liquid, but it can be frozen to solid state as ice. Okay, this is the freezing process. It can also be vaporized to gaseous state as water vapor. In all these cases, what happens? The particles do not change. Particles of water do not change. Only the arrangement of particles changes. Okay. So the particles, they do not change because it belongs to the liquid state. I mean it is the liquid state. What are the particles present in liquid? The particles, they do not change, but the arrangement will change because the liquid changes even to a solid form, again it changes even to a gaseous form. So there is no change in the particles, but only the arrangement of particle changes. Here is given in your book. Solid, and all these changes, actually why it occurs? Due to the heating or cooling process. So solid on heating, it changes to liquid. Liquid on heating, it changes to gas. Again, gas on cooling, it changes to liquid. Liquid on cooling, it changes to solid. So all these changes occurs due to only heating and cooling. Changes of state can be easily observed in some other substances such as butter and wax also. Okay, you have, these are the common things which are present in our house. Butter you use for eating, right? So when you melt the butter in heat while making parathas or whatever, you're going to cook something, some food in the butter, what you do? When you put it in the pan, okay, when it melts, the solid form, it's again changing to a liquid form. Wax, when you light a candle, what happened? The solid form, due to the heat, the wax, it changes again to liquid form. So these there are things also where changes occurs. Okay, so next we will see the last part. The last topic is solutions. Okay, water solutions, we'll go to it later, how solution is formed. Now you see what happens if we add substances like salt or sugar to water and stir them. What will happen? It gets completely dissolved. Okay, like here I am taking, see here you have I have taken salt. Okay, all right. So with this we'll do an experiment, but before that, what you have to know, few terms. Okay, a solid substance that dissolves in a liquid is called solute. Okay, so this formula you have to know. When you make solute with solvent, you get a solution. Here I have this the solid form, this is a solute. Okay, and when we mix with water, what happen? It completely gets dissolved. Okay, okay, so now this is the solute which I am taking, and I will be dissolving in the liquid. Okay, now you see here, this is the solute, right? What is solvent? Solvent is the liquid in which the solid dissolves is called the solvent. So solute, in the solute which I will be adding to the liquid, okay, that is known as the solvent. This water is the solvent, and when I stir them, after some time you will see what happens. It gets dissolved. Okay, so the residue what I am getting is a salty water. I am getting salty water. So this is known as solution. What I get after mixing, that is known as the solution. So that's what solute plus solvent, what you get, solution, you get the solution. Mixture of solute and solvent is called a solution. So when I mix solute with the solvent, I will get a solution. Okay, see now here, take a beaker half filled with water, add 4 to 5 spoons of salt in it and stir it. What happens? The salt disappears and the water tastes salty. This is because the salt gets dissolved in water. Just now I have done the experiment. Okay, I have mixed here what? I have mixed to this water salt. Alright, what happens is getting dissolved. See, I have mixed more amount and now it's slowly getting dissolved, and this water will taste salty, and this is known as the salt solution. In this solution, salt is called the solute and water is called the solvent. Just now I have explained it. Salt, that is a solute, plus water, that is solvent, you get a solution. What is a solution? Salty water is a solution. We know that in a liquid, the particles are very close, particles are not very closely packed. They are therefore space between the particles. However, we cannot see the space. When salt dissolves in water, its particles occupies the spaces between the particles of water. Here, actually, why it's getting dissolved? Okay, in case of liquid, what happens? There is space between the particles. So when I am putting the salt and I am trying to dissolve it. Okay, as it get dissolved, what happens? The solid particles, it occupies the space which is present in the liquid particles. That's why it's getting dissolved. Okay, so through this experiment you can understand it, how I'm getting the solution, because it's occupying the spaces between the particles of liquid. That's why it's getting dissolved. So this is the end of the chapter. Okay, and I hope you go through the lesson once again. It will be more clear for you to understand. Okay, thank you.